can never go far in this kingdom if you don't have something you are doing with your hands. That idea of telling you just give and you will prosper is a scam. Everybody prospering in this kingdom is doing something. When you have nothing to do, you make it difficult for God to bless you. It becomes easy for God to bless you when you have something to do. You can never prosper no matter the prophecies we give you. You must get something doing with your hands, because when God comes to bless you, there must be a contact place. There is no spirit that can prosper a man who is doing nothing. Don't find yourself idling away because somebody told you that you will deliver the nations, that you are an apostle to America, and then you are sleeping, you are seeing dollars. We have a generation of people today who just lock themselves up in the cave and they pray in tongues for 8 months, and when they come out and become fake prophets and scammers, because no matter how spiritual they are, they cannot deny the fact that they need clothes to wear and something to eat. And when they can no longer get those things, they close their eyes and say an angel is talking to them, and they say, bring what you have. You are having this in your pocket, bring it out. In Psalm 128 verse 2, it says, for thou shalt eat the labor of thy hands. It says, happy shall thou be, and it shall be well with thee. You will eat of the labor of thy hands. Prosperity does not begin and end with giving and receiving. You've got to work with your hands. Don't allow your destiny to be scammed. At old age you will weep. In Proverbs 16 verse 3, it says, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. In Proverbs 21:25, it said, the desire of the slothful killeth him. It said, for his hands refuse to labor. For the man that labors, he said, his thoughts shall be established. He said, but for the slothful, his desire will kill him, because his hands refuse to labor. You want to walk in honorable and true prosperity, you must find something doing with your hands. That's the foundation of prosperity, and prosperity with integrity. I told you from the beginning, for you to prosper, you must walk by mysteries and you must walk by instructions. If you violate these instructions, you will travel from coast to coast, receive all the impartation. You will be shocked what your life will become. In Deuteronomy 28 verse 12, it says, for the Lord shall open unto thee his good treasures, the heavens, to give thee rain unto the land in his season. And he said, to bless all the works of thy hands, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. So as you walk with your hands, it says God will bless it, and then you will become a blessing to many nations, and you will not borrow. But the protocol of becoming big enough to bless many nations is that there is a work of your hands that God blesses. And so if there is no work you are doing, there is nothing God will bless. In Psalm 1 verse 3, the Bible said, and he shall be like the tree, that's the righteous, planted by the rivers of waters, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. He said, his leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth, it shall prosper. And so if you are doing nothing, there is nothing that will prosper. When God wants to bless you, he looks out for the works of your hands. And so a man who works with his hands is a man that is assured of the blessings of God. This is not just for Christians. They say, I cause my rain to fall on both the good and the evil. It's a natural law. That's why the people of the world are working hard and working smartly, and they are making wealth in life, making riches, making money. You want to be part of those whose finances are established and who have dominion in the realm of finances. You must get something doing. The second way to prosper in this kingdom is by the covenant. God has a covenant of prosperity with his people, and the covenant he had with Noah is the covenant of exemption, that you will no longer be destroyed, and while you are yet being exempted, I will prosper you. And so he gave him a code for activating that covenant. He said, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter will not cease. That means so long as the climatic conditions are kept, if you want to prosper, keep sowing.
I tell people, okay, like also Pastor Bayo Oluwayemi has said, the only way you become prosperous in life is when you have something doing. That is the only way. If you do not have something doing, there is no way you can be prosperous in life. And I am happy that the man of God, Apostle Michael Okpo, is saying this here. Unlike Dr. Ebedamina or Pastor Bayo Oluwayemi, who have also made a stance known about all this prosperity doctrine and the signs and wonders. A person like Apostle Michael Okpo is someone who dances in between the lines. I think he is in that state when he knows the truth, but he is fighting within himself on what path to take. So sometimes he comes out and say the truth, and then sometimes he comes out and diluted everything all over again. He's someone like that. He likes to dance on a point, dance around a point without coming out straight. But I'm happy that in this video, he said something that really resonated with me. Like I have always told my brothers and sisters in Africa, you all must find something doing. You all must find something doing. The only way you build wealth is when you have something doing. The only way you become prosperous is when you have something doing. You must be of service to people, and in return, they will shower you with their money. There must be a give and take. Now, I have always also said that for those of you Christians who might not understand the whole concept of religion, actually, Christianity in Africa is a product. Now, you guys might disagree with me on this, but it's just my own take. And let me explain. Do you know why some of these men of God are very successful? It's not because they fast. It's not because they pray. It's not because they call themselves son of God. No, that is not the reason. The reason why they are so rich is because they have become super good salespeople. They have understood the need of religion in Africa, and they have brought forth the religion to the people, and they have packaged it in such a way that it's so appealing to the ears of the people, and the people are willing to give them every single dime. That is the reason. Religion is a product, okay? It's a product. The men of God are the sales people selling religion. The Christians are the clients buying religion. That is it. That is it. When you take your money and you give to a man of God, it is because the man of God has sold you a narrative of spiritual deliverance or spiritual salvation or spiritual prosperity, whatever. You have bought into that idea and you are willing to pay whatever it costs. That is why you would take your hard-earned money and give to man of God. That is why. So, in order for you to generate wealth for yourself, you must also be able to come up with something convincing that people will buy. Now, I have to point this out. You must do things that offers real value to people. You must offer real service. Your services must be valuable to people so that people can buy into it and they can pay you for it. Now, if you are in the market selling gari or salt or palm oil, that is very, very valuable because people who come to you to give you the money actually goes away with something. The reason why religion is so flawed, the reason why religion is a very, very worthless product economically is that you give your money to the man of God and in return you get nothing because the man of God promised you prosperity from God, which you will never ever get. Why the man of God asks you for money to fund one church project or the other, the man of God is telling you to pray and hope that God multiplies your income. Have you ever seen a situation where God puts money into people's bank account? Have you ever seen that? If that were to be true, if that were to be the case, won't Nigeria be the most successful country in the whole world, given the number of preachers we have in Nigeria and the number of churches we have in Nigeria and the number of Christians we have in Nigeria? Won't Nigeria be a very prosperous nation? But you can see, Nigeria is technically a failed state. I'm sorry to say this, but it's technically a failed state. Everything in Nigeria is broken. Not even religion, everything. Religion is even the worst because religion disguise itself as something good for the people, whereby it is terrible, wrong for the people, because the men of God have made it so. They have polluted religion. They have diluted religion. They have corrupted the whole message. And now, Christianity has become broken in Africa. So before I go, let me leave you with this. All the richest people in the whole world, they offer something to people. All the makers of iPhones, Samsung, you name it, all the Aliko Dangote, all of them, they offer something. Even your own preacher, I think you might not know this, even your own preacher offers something. The preaching he's giving you is a service he's providing to you. I don't know how long I need to stress this point, but sometimes I feel like this point has been hidden from people. So I need to bring it out. Your man of God is providing a service to you. And that is why he is super rich. Now, the service might be worthless economically, but nevertheless, he is providing a service. And every successful person has something they provide to the public. That is why they are successful. So you also must start providing something to the public. That may be a business. That may be selling at the corner of the street. That may be handyman. That may be anything. But you must start doing something. Start now. Start now.